What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Matt Pig and Matt here with
Timothy Rokoff.
Mr. Timothy Rokoff here has gone how much?
So yesterday and today 9-0, and I only dropped 2 games in those matches. So yeah,
9-0, and let's show people what you've been doing this with.
All right, we're doing this with the pure Despia branded Dogmatica.
The way Konami intended.
Yep. So 3 of these, people are playing 2. 3 is the correct number. 3 of these, not 2. 3.
These when he gets sent or banished, he adds.
You add a Dogmatica monster. Also, if he's in your graveyard, you didn't use his first effect, or he's still in there from last turn, banish him and set a branded spell or trap from your graveyard. So you just banish it, set branded fusion, do it again.
Busted.
Yep. 1 ad libitum, broken. I still like rocking Dramaturge just because he's free. He's a body. He's free fusion material every turn, and he's a monster negate. So why not? And he's a 3,000 attack. He can win you the game. You must play 2. I've seen some builds playing 1. You have to play 2, no matter what. So the new guy, Spriggan's Kit. I love this card actually. I think it's really good because you open up a branded fusion or a branded opening, and you special louver, then you go effective louver, they stop the louver, you go cool, normal this, I still get my branded fusion, not to mention you get the recycle. So hit states if it's normal or special. So you can special summon this card from your hand, inherent summon, if there is a fusion monster that lists Fallen Albaz on your field or in your graveyard. So you can special summon him, and if he's normal or special, you can add a branded spell or trap from your deck, graveyard, or banish zone back to your hand. So you get to recur all your stuff. 1 mirror carrier. If you control a fusion monster that lists Fallen Albaz as material, you can send this card from the hand or from the field to the grave, and then negate that monster's effect. So basically, if they activate a monster effect, you can cool negate it. And then if this card is banished, you can add a Fallen Albaz or a monster that lists Fallen Albaz in its text. So.
Spriggan, Tri-Brigade.
Yep. All right, and then
Despia, branded.
I play a very small Shoutouts package because I do Rock Nadirs. This is kind of good because, like, if you go branded opening, send discard Tragedy, special Lure Chainlink 1, Tragedy Chainlink 2. Cool. Now when I go branded fusion, I already did Tragedy. I'll send Schemata, make Lubellion. Lubellion will be Chainlink 1, Schemata will be Chainlink 2. So you have to discard for Lubellion. Then you're going to send Beast, and then you're going to fusion summon, and then now Beast is going to trigger for you to draw a card. So you're going to, even though you had a discard, you're going to get your discard back because you're going to draw off Beast. And then also, because these are in your grave, if you still have a Fallen Albaz branded fusion, or branded in red, can make Winda. Because you go branded in red, target Fallen Albaz, banish Fallen Albaz, Lubion, because he's light, make Albion. Albion, banish any Shadal monster, and a dark monster, make Winda.
Did you ever consider Dragon to pop back rows or anything?
I like Dragon. I think it's really good, but I hate it because I always open up with it going first.
I thought you were playing it.
And
so I didn't activate skill drain.
I hate it.
Change skill drain to branded fusion because I thought you were going to pop it.
Fair enough.
Then, here's your Dogmatica package: 1 Ecclesia, 1 Maximus, 1 Fleur. This is actually really broken because you don't need Nadir actually to resolve this. If you open up with this and you make Mirror Jade, you go Mirror Jade, send Lubellion, banish a monster in your field, then banish Lubellion to special him, then his effect, you can send Titanic Clad and Albion if you already have Shadal, if you already have the Shadal trap, and then on end phase, you're going to set branded in red, special Ecclesia, add Fleur. So, card's really good. I play 1 Dark Magician. I don't like the Hex Seals. I like making Dragoon with a pop. Not to mention, this is never a brick. I play allures in my deck, so when you do a lure, banish them, Lubellion shuffles them right back in from being banished, so you can still make Dragoon. You can free discard material, you can send it out of your deck, it doesn't matter, he's never a brick. And then my 2 hand traps of choice, because it also works, don't forget Mirror Carrier is a hand trap. There's Nib, people still walk into it, it's not as powerful as it used to be, but the reason why I play it because it's light, it works with the branded stuff, it works with all the fusions, all the Despias, so it's good. Alright, and that's it for your monster lineup. It's a 44 card build. One of your best openers, because it says it in the name. Branded opening. Love this card. I have 13 one-card combos in this deck and like 6 two-card combos. We already know that does. It's pretty broken. Branded Fusion, another one-card combo. Very good.
I know that card.
Yep. 2 branded and reds. Very good. And then another field spell, which is basically another fusion card. We already know what it does by now. Another fusion card. I main 1 super volley only because here in my locals that I play, a lot of people play main 1 because a lot of people don't play stuff that I could super volley off with. So it's like, eh. So if they are playing a deck, then I side in my other 2. 1 branded loss. Love this card. People who don't think this card is good, it's disgusting. It is Meltdown. Literally word for word Meltdown. And then so
They need to know how to chain their
Better than Meltdown.
the activation of your card and effects that include the effect of fusion summoning, your opponent can't negate it. They can't negate activation or negate the effect of fusion summoning. And then when a monster is fusion summoned, once per turn, when it's summoned, you can add a Fallen Albaz or a monster that lists Fallen Albaz and its text from your deck to your hand. And because it's in the window of when you fusion summon, because after you fusion summon, they can't respond, they can't stop the search of this either. So this will always be the last part of your last chain part. And then, which means they can never ogre this because they can't respond. So it's broken. Then we play 2 Nadirs because it's at 2. Card's broken. I did the first Nadir, did the whole combo. Then I drew into my second Nadir. Already had branded in red, so all I did was add Fallen Albaz. And because people forget, it can add Fallen Albaz from your deck to your hand as well. And then, yeah, I already had a Despia in the grave, so I just fusioned off that stuff on during their turn.
the way Konami intended.
Another 1-card combo. Foolish Burial.
Tragedy.
Tragedy. Tragedy had a Luber. Luber had branded fusion. Boom, combo. Or if you already, like I said, you already did Tragedy's effect and you have this still, cool, send Schemata. Schemata send Beast. Beast draw. Then when you go branded fusion, now you just send Dark Magician, leave them in the grave, because when you go branded in red or whatever, you can make Albion, which can banish from grave, the fusion summon, so you can still make Dragoon. Another 1-card combo. Tragedy. Same
So
thing.
you play, what, 5 copies of Tragedy, basically?
Pretty much. Allure, love it. Free Pot of Greed, draw 2, banish Tragedy. Tragedy's effect.
If you wanted to play the deck at 40, would you ever drop this, or?
Nah, I'd probably cut it to 1. It's still really strong, because all but the Dogmatica and the 2 nibs those are the only non-dark monsters I run. Everything else is dark, so it's actually not bad. When I side, I usually side 1 out.
Okay.
So I had to up it to 42 because I needed to play this because hand traps are heavy right now in this format. It was at 42 without these, and then I put these in, so you know, they're good. It's really good, actually. 1 Call by the Grave because it's at 1. Then for your traps, replace Schism because it's broken. Don't forget Branded and Lost. If it's up, they can't negate the activation of this. So because it includes the effect of fusion summoning. And then when you banish Tragedy and Beast, then you get to go cool Beast Chainlink 1, Branded and Lost Chainlink 2, add the negate, add Aluber. So it works really strong with the deck. And then I played the new counter trap. I like this card a lot. When you go Maximus, you already have the materials in your grave to resolve this. And even if you don't, when I, on one of my, not today, but yesterday, I did Branded in Red, make Guardian Chimera. I had this set, and I had Mirror Jade. And then resolve Guardian Chimera because I Branded lost. So then when he went to go special summon again, used the effect special summon, I activated this, negated it. I put Guardian Chimera back in my extra deck to negate the summon. And then when my turn comes back, I go, cool, banish, add back Branded in Red, and then activated Branded Red, went right back into Guardian Chimera again to use his effects. So, and then special Spriggan's Kit. Spriggan's Kit will add this back from being banished back to your hand. So, deck's broken.
Hope all of you kept up with that.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. Now we'll go on to our extra deck. This is where all your magic happens. We rock 2 Lubellions. Requires Fallen Albaz in the dark.
Shuffles and then basically makes any of them.
Then you discard for cost, and then you can shuffle back in for a fusion summon of a level 8 or lower monster. So I like making him. Albion.
I'll be honest, this card's good.
Yeah. Fallen Albaz in a light. And he banishes from hand, field, or grave to make a level 8 or lower fusion monster. So when you have Branded and Lost, the cool thing is, so when he goes, you have Branded and Lost, and any one of these come out, you go, cool effect, they can't respond. And then when you fusion summon again, whatever effect you have on that, you can do, because they can't respond, because the last thing that happened was a fusion summon. So they still can't respond to any of it. So basically, when you go and you make into him, you can literally use his effect on summon, because it's a quick effect and you're in the window of them not being able to respond. So, and then we played the one Titaniclad. I used his effect, sent this, banished their monster. Then I did the play where you go Branded Red, make Guardian Chimera, and then ad libitum will bring him back, and then use his effect again, and I sent this. Then on end phase, I'm going to add a branded spell and trap, special Ecclesia, add me Fleur, and I already have game on board. So they work very, very well with each other. Then for your Despia fusion monsters, 2 is still the correct number, and I'll tell you why 2 is. Being able to burn your opponent's great, but if you're playing against a Mystic Mind burn deck, you make 2 of these, they lose before you do, because these don't activate. So when they have Mystic Mind on the field, every time they activate Cauldron of the Old Man, they're going to take 1200, 1200, 1200. Every card in effect they activate 1200, 1200. It kills them quick. Not to mention, even if you like went and you attacked your opponent but you didn't kill them, and then you follow up by making this, now they can't activate a single card because they don't have life points to pay. One of him, I like him actually a lot. I'll nib my opponent during their turn when they're going first, give them the big old token and attack, and then make him and make the token go to 0 and then attack over it. So it's not bad. Then also it's effect the special Fallen Albaz and then super probably off their board. It's pretty good. 1 window, 1 construct, 1 ab cologne. I make both of these because this will get you to Schism, but like, so when you window lock them, cool, you still have Schism, you'll have the Dogmatica stuff. So then when your turn comes back, when you have Brandon and Lost again, that's why I play 2 beasts, because this will be on the board and so will Dogmatica monster. You go Schism, banish this and a Dogmatica, make construct, chainlink 1, Brandon Lost chainlink 2, add, and then you're going to send your second beast and get another draw. And now you're not under window anymore. So then for our last 3, we play obviously the 1 Guardian Chimera. You could play it at 2. I like it at 1. It's busted. You have ways to Lubion just shuffles it back in if they got rid of it, so it doesn't matter. But he's a great card. 1 Dragoon, because why not? Like I said, I make him with Dark Magician, so I get a pop. And yes, trust me, that pop can win you the game. I baited out all of his stuff, made him, and popped his 3500 attack monster, and then attacked for game, because I already burnt him with the other dude for 1200. And then your 1 super poly target. And the reason why I chose this is because you can make it with all of your fusion cards. You can use the field spell and make them. You can use super poly and make them. You can use branded in red and make him. You know, so he just works for the entire deck.
It's level 8 Dark Dragon.
You can use Albion, you can use Lubellion and still make him. So he just works. And then real quick on the side, this is my side deck. I like 2 of those because I don't like bricking on stuff I can't use. 2 Drolls. I don't know why more people aren't playing Drolls. Droll still hurts 90% of every deck in the format still. Double Lancia. Stops all those vanishing decks from being able to pop off.
Like so, Sword Soul?
Sword Soul, PKs, the Brave token stuff. You know, just it works. And it's also light, so it works with the fusion stuff. And then we got 2 Evenly. Technically it's back row removal as well, but clears your board. 2 Imperms and 2 more Imperms. I like this just because like I like siding these in, because they'll have 1 Omni negate. I'll go Evenly, they'll chain, and then you just chain Forbidden Droplet, sending the Evenly negate their Omni negate, and then it still resolves. So the same thing with Imperm. So
and you still have 1 card on board,
yep.
So they still have to banish down to
everything to 1. Yep. And then more back row removal, because back row decks suck. More back row or monster removal. These cards are very strong. And then because I made 1 super poly, 2 more super polys, just in case my opponent is playing a deck where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna super poly off all your stuff. Oof. So broken. I love it.
Any final thoughts?
I am toying around with some different builds. I like this build the most. I don't like the Brave Token package. I don't like the Edge Imp package. I just see too many bricks a lot with that. This is to me, more gas build, being able to have a lot of draw power, a lot of recursion. To me, it's a better build than a lot of the current builds that are out there. So, but to each his own. This is a template. Start it from here. Throw your own sauce in it. Enjoy the deck.
I'm guessing shout out would be your wise guy.
Yep.
TCG folks.
Shout out to Wise Guys. Team them with. Shout out to Action Sports for hosting every Saturday and Sundays. Game Cafe is where I go on Fridays, and that's pretty much it.
All right. This is Timothy Rokov,
Best player in KC.
9-0,
Yeah.
undefeated. Despia branded Dogmatica, Shadal, everything.deck.
Yep, the way it's supposed to be played.